Your many years of service to students of the humanities, your fine work in the field of American literature, your many hundreds of grateful graduates who look back with awe and respect at what you have given them, all make it doubly hard for me to tell you that you're fired.
I'm fired.
I'm afraid so.
Well, at least you didn't say you were going to have to let me go.
Oh?
I wasn't going any place you'd have to let me.
You like the word fired better?
Perhaps I'd like it even better if you told me why I'm being fired.
Falling enrollments. The money just isn't there for the large curriculum we've been offering.
So you've chosen to eliminate American literature.
After careful consideration,
You have a reason?
our students can't read.
That's largely untrue.
Well, most of them certainly can't read well enough to appreciate your Mark Twain.
But I've been using Mark Twain to motivate them to improve their reading.
There's also the problem of demand.
Demand?
Today there's a big demand for us to produce money managers. So rather than have our students read, we want them to count.
You mean like numbers?
So we'll be focusing our dwindling resources on our economics department.
Our economics department?
They could use a little help over there.
A little help. Oh, you must know that to the rest of the college, the economics department is a joke.
Which is all the more reason we do whatever we can for them.
At the expense of American literature, to say nothing of American literacy.
We just can't be expected to do everything.
Dean Dollop, American literature is as important to Americans as the Constitution. It tells us who we are. It's a civilizing influence in a nation that has all but lost contact with itself in its headlong pursuit of the dollar.
The headlong pursuit of the dollar, as you so pointedly put it, is exactly why we need more money managers.
Apparently I won't be needing one.
You might have if you paid a little attention to these things instead of living in your 19th century stories. I'd have to pay attention in order to run my college.
Dean Dollop, you can't run a college without American literature.
American literature, Professor Kincaid, in this time and place, has become inappropriate. A condition your behavior is rapidly approaching.
Then, if you'll excuse me, I'll take my American literature and my behavior into one of my few remaining classes where I will strive to keep both from becoming extinct during the next hour.
Have a good class, Professor. Well, world of academia, here's one more lesson for you from Dean Phyllis Emerson Dollop on how to administrate. You can take from me my title, diplomas and degrees, all privileges pertaining thereunto. You can strip me of all mortar boards, investments such as these, and I'll still run your college for you. For the thrust of my authority does not derive from that which the Board of Trustees conferred. With the merest flick of the wrist, I rule with an iron fist by using one simple little word. I enable
We've known each other a long time, so I've come to feel I can talk to you frankly and honestly about most everything, and even say things that I never dreamed I'd say to you, like goodbye. I've thought about it, and there's just no getting around the fact we're no longer good for one another. You need someone stronger than I am, someone who can hold high your beacon with one hand and fend off the bureaucrats with the other, and I just don't feel strong enough to do that anymore. All I feel is discarded, and I have no intention of dragging you down with me. I'm keeping the novels, Mark. I'm leaving you the short stories. And remember, it wasn't because you couldn't support me anymore. It was because I can no longer hold up my end of the bargain.
Oh, madam, you forgot your book.
Oh, it's not mine anymore.
Well, you can't throw it away here. This is a cemetery. Where's your respect for the dead?
It's a little undeveloped so far. I'm a little new at the game.
At what game?
Being dead.
You don't look very dead to me, and I'm in an excellent position to know.
Oh, I don't mean physically dead.
Obviously not.
I just feel dead.
I'll bet you could use a cup of coffee.
I need a lot more than coffee.
You stay right there. I am prepared. Little short on facilities here for the living, so you have to bring it with you. Now, you sit here. I sit here. And presto, one cemetery coffee shop. By the way, I'm Howie Stevenson.
I'm Kate Kincaid. You work here, I take it?
I had the honor of caring for Clement's gravesite, among others.
We seem to share a regard for the man.
Oh, I should say so. I also work for the library, reshelving books. I'm reading my way through the Twain shelf when I'm not busy.
I'm a bit of a Twainophile myself as the late professor of American literature at oleaginous state.
I wish you wouldn't keep referring to yourself as one who has passed over to the great beyond. It bothers me that you could even think of being through, and I'd like to push it out of your head. To show you this is not the end, I can quote your noted friend when I hear you pronounce yourself dead. It is highly exaggerated, oh so highly exaggerated, clearly lacking the ring of truth, when you still scream the sport of youth, that your hope has evaporated, that your future's dilapidated, is too grossly overstated for an epitaph. It's too highly exaggerated, and I couldn't laugh.
Wait a minute. Just supposing you have devoted most of your adult life to opening up young minds to this marvelous man here, only to be unceremoniously dumped 6 months short of tenure to make room for more economists.
Somewhere between furious and livid.
That's about right.
I suppose torching the schools is a little extreme. Then we're just going to have to find you another position.
These days, that's no easy task.
Nonsense. Someone with your background has something to offer. We just have to put it all together properly.
I'm a little out of practice.
You know, I was something of a fiction writer myself in my earlier days.
Short stories?
Resumes. I was always getting bored with my job and always preparing to move on.
Condition I seem to be in at the moment.
Place of birth.
You really want to do this?
We're doing your resume. Place of birth.
Elmira, New York.
Date of birth.
Do I have to?
I'll close my eyes.
October 18, 1933.
1933? Child, your whole career lies ahead of you.
That was most graceful of you.
You'd never say that if you saw me in ballet slippers.
I mean, you don't have to help.
That's a rare treat for me to be able to do something for the living.
You mean because you work here?
No, because I'm retired. Nobody thinks that retired people are capable of doing anything useful.
You, not useful?
Well, when you hear it enough times, you start to believe it.
Now, hold your horses, son. I'll bet you're over 21 and you're not inclined to do something rash. And so let's quietly discuss the lies our culture's telling us without putting stock in such trash. It is highly exaggerated. I mean highly exaggerated. Why, that's the gobbledygook they speak of a man who's barely reached his peak. These ideas are repudiated by the sense you've accumulated. And what they have insinuated is just so much chaff and so highly exaggerated. I couldn't laugh. Besides, you're doing something very useful right now.
Resumes are a snap.
No, I mean, you're making me feel less discarded.
That's funny.
What's funny?
I was about to say the same thing. Primary education,
Alice W. Brooks Elementary School,
secondary education.
Watkins Junior High, West End Senior High.
It's awful, isn't it?
Unbearable.
Not being able to see you for such an eternity.
Not since our faculty breakfast meeting this morning.
My entire insides were sobbing all the way from the rise of capitalism right on through a survey of corporate takeovers. I missed you so.
You think you suffered? I had to fire our waste disposal company this morning for incompetence. And through the whole thing, all I could see was your face.
If the others ever knew.
They must never know that only at an estate a dean does not consort with her faculty members. And that includes any adorable chairman of the economics department, present company in particular.
My love, discretion is my middle name. The next out-of-town conference is an unendurable 3 weeks. Oh!
Down, Spot, down! Our little secret is ever discovered. You and I will find ourselves adrift on the open labor market at a time when paddles are in short supply.
I shall try to put up a brave front, my dearest. But deep down inside, my heart will be beating. Ding dong, ding dong, ding dong. Ah, Professor Brown.
Sorry to be late. My French class ran over into my Spanish, so my Spanish ran over into my Italian.
That trouble all the time.
I think we can clean up our business in short order. How are the plans coming for the convocation that opens our new building fund drive?
Well, I had some difficulty getting the gym for the night we wanted. Our basketball team plays gaseous state that night. So I had to settle for our second choice.
That would be April 12th, a week later.
We cleared both dates with the speakers and the Alumni Association, so April 12th it is. How about press coverage?
Both the daily and the weekly will cover it. Plus WOIL TV.
Television coverage. Very good, Professor Ginger. There is one sticky wicket that I think we might be prepared for, though. There always is. This may be stickier than most. It seems the other departments are not crazy about where the building fund is to be spent.
But Emily, we've needed a new Hall of Economics for years.
I'm not arguing the case either way. I'm just saying that there's a lot of muttering going on, and unless we're careful, it's going to get pretty noisy around here.
I can't stand petty jealousies. I suppose they'll mutter about you, Emily, when your turn comes at romance languages.
Oh, we can manage with the old building just fine. We could use a few more students, though.
I'll see what I can do. We're admitting 3 more students today for the fall. Which would you rather I push? French, Spanish, or Italian?
Portuguese. I hear Brazil is becoming the in place for spring semester break.
Sounds like a good place for a conference, right, Professor Gidget?
I hear the facilities in Rio are state of art.
I'll see you both at lunch.
You seem a little distant.
Oh?
Could it be that even-tempered Emily of Romance Languages is feeling a pang about the new Hall of Economics?
Even-tempered Emily is feeling a pang over the romance language I heard you sharing with Dean Phyllis Emerson Dollop before I walked in.
I was simply playing politics, honey. Look, we've been all through this.
There's a big difference between playing politics and playing doctor.
This was politics.
Politics is essentially a verbal sport. What you were playing is best known by its technical term, huggy-huggy, feely-feely.
Emily, I'm simply working on her to build our future.
And she's working on you to build her future. And I'm going to end up not working with no future.
Look, it's all for tomorrow, that wonderful day, when all that we wanted is coming out. That small formal wedding, that silk tasteful gown, that home in the country, 10 minutes from town, those lunches at poolside, lingering late, this matter until we can talk it over in a more proper setting. Say goodnight. A little white Bordeaux, a little candlelight, a little stuffed haddock.
Fine. But let me give you the lesson plan for tonight. Unless you swear to me that you will never again put these hairy arms around the dean's supple torso.
But Emily...
You can cork your Bordeaux.
But Emily...
You can snuff your candlelight.
Emily, listen to me.
And you can stop your haddock.
Pleased to have someone with your credentials join our faculty. I regret to inform you we have no such opening at this time. Yours very truly, J. Sidney Havisham, Dean of Arts and Sciences.
Not very original, are they?
Are who?
Deans.
Letters of rejection are hard to write.
Well, so far we have 7 someone with your academic credentials, 9 I regret to inform, and 14 no such openings. You know, I give this whole thermos of coffee for one honest forget it.
Well, that's the crop so far. 19 applications, 19 rejections.
All very complimentary.
And all very discouraging. I don't know whether I can write another letter. Oh, I feel as if I'm bucking a trend.
A trend you have to keep bucking.
What do you mean?
Well, it's not just for you, it's also for him.
My favorite civilizing influence.
Well, I just can't see you sitting still while that college discards and replaces Twain with more economists.
I still can't believe it.
Have you looked at the economy lately?
I hear it's not great.
It's pitiful. You know who made it that way? Economists.
They haven't done my economies any favor lately.
Well, they're not finished. First, they discard Twain, Hawthorne, and Thoreau. Next will be Wordsworth, Chaucer, and Goethe. Then Milton, Shaw, and Shakespeare.
We Americans don't burn books as the Nazis did. We devalue them.
Devalue. See? We're even talking like economists.
Not like our economists.
Like who economists?
The economics department at my former place of employment, they are far and away the weakest part of the curriculum. They've been a joke to the other departments for years.
And the college let you go.
A crime that 19 institutions of higher learning are in no hurry to rectify.
Then we've got to rectify it.
A cemetery attendant and an out-of-work teacher?
Certainly. It just calls for a little creativity. When you don't have a prayer, when you don't have a chance, and your pal Lady Luck wouldn't give you a glance, when the money you owe they all want in advance, then it's time for something intelligent.
When the punches you take leave you weak in the knees, or when the doors have been locked and they've taken the keys, when your life is a sight and nobody sees,
Then it's time for something intelligent.
when every friend you thought you had is suddenly leaving town.
Your brain is still a friend who never let you down.
When you're so out of sight, they won't deliver your mail.
When you're under arrest and you can't pay your bail, when even your dog can stop wagging its tail, then it's time to do something intelligent.
When your options are gone and you're nothing to choose, when you feel like the one who's been chosen to lose, when your membership lapses though you're paying your dues,
Then it's time to do something intelligent.
when you hit bottom hard, you think your every bone will crack.
But hitting bottom gets you started, bouncing back.
And when you're out on your ear and you're out of the game,
When the closest of kin can remember your name and call everybody. ingenuity.
I'll settle for less ambiguity.
It's time for something sagacious.
Sagacious. Good gracious.
It's time for something intelligent that plays on human quirks. But we'll settle for something stupid as long as it works. We've got to strike a blow for you and Twain at the same time. We've got to demonstrate beyond the shadow of a doubt that an institution that dispenses with civilizing influences becomes uncivilized.
But it would take years for the effect to show at the college.
Not if we prime the pump a little. That economics department at your former college, are you sure it has no redeeming feature?
None whatever.
Then your economics department will receive the highest award ever given by the American Institute of Excellence.
The highest award. That would be a travesty. That would be an outrage.
An outrage complete with substantial cash honorariums and full press coverage.
And that would be totally unjust. The other departments would be indignant.
They would.
They'd be up in arms. The school would be in chaos. Wait a minute. Who's the American Institute of Excellence?
Madam President, as your executive director, allow me to welcome you to our first meeting.
You and I, we're the American Institute of Excellence?
The economics department won't question the source of the award.
The substantial cash honorarium.
It has a ring to it that even the most conservative theoretician won't be comfortable.
Yeah, but where does the substantial cash come from?
We won't need any substantial cash.
We won't?
I said that they would agree to accept the award, but they won't actually get as far as actually accepting the award.
The other departments won't sit still for it.
They might even favor us with a little uncivilized behavior.
Bet your thermos on that.
So, you want to give us a little go?
Look, I'm no spring chicken. I'm out of work and nobody wants to hire me. It's just as you said. It's time to do something inventive.
You've certainly got the incentive.
Something perspicacious.
Perspicacious, good gracious. Something real exciting, behind which shrewdness lurks. But it can be idiotic as long as it works.
Oh, there you are. Dean, may I have a word?
It's midterm week, Pamela. You won't find any of our students demonstrating for the homeless today.
But I'm not here for the homeless today, Dean. We just received a report concerning the college over the wire service, and I was wondering if you had heard the good news.
Good news?
I should say so. The report says that the economics department of Old Edgeon Estate has won the American Institute of Excellence Award. The economics department has been singled out not only for national recognition, but for substantial cash honorarium.
Hallelujah! That ought to put to rest any quibbling in the other departments.
Quibbling.
This is a proud moment for us, Pamela. We here at Oleaginous are honored to be chosen by
The American Institute of Excellence.
for such a prestigious award so richly deserved by our fine Department of Economics.
Yes. Now about this quibbling.
All the departments of oleaginous have toiled long and hard to achieve and maintain their present levels of excellence. And in having one of our departments so honored, we feel that all our departments are receiving their due recognition.
Nobly said. Now about this quibbling. Quibbling? Well, yes, you said this board ought to put to rest any quibbling in the other departments.
I said that?
You want me to play back the tape?
Oh, no. Let me just clarify what I meant. The other departments have been quibbling, indeed vying with one another for the privilege of being the first to recognize publicly the long-standing excellence of our economics department.
The quibbling has been over who would honor the economics department first.
Which now will be the whatchamacallit Institute.
I see. I thought you meant another kind of quibbling.
We do not permit other kinds of quibbling at oleaginous.
I see you're busy.
Come in, Professor Digit. Pamela comes bearing glad tidings.
Fine, fine. I'm afraid the tidings I bear are not so glad.
Oh?
Dean Dollop, I'm afraid I will not be able to attend the out-of-town conference this weekend as I had originally planned.
Oh?
You see, I had completely forgotten that I promised my banking class that I would take them to a foreclosure on a family farm this Saturday.
Well, I didn't want your banking class to miss a foreclosure.
I'm very disappointed.
You needn't be,
I needn't?
Professor Digit. At this late date, it would be most inappropriate for you to drop out of the conference. There will be those there who have been looking forward to your arrival.
I see.
Your class need not be disappointed for long. I'm sure there will be another family farm foreclosure a week from Saturday.
If you'd like me to step outside while you settle this.
It's settled, Pamela. Now, why don't you tell your good news to Professor Digit while I look in on the faculty tea?
As I recall, you don't usually deal in good news.
There's no market for it on television. We just throw it in as a curiosity once in a while.
What is this particular curiosity?
The report came in over our wire service that your economics department has won the American Institute of Excellence Award.
Excellence Award?
Excellence Award. I knew the news was good. I didn't realize it was hysterical.
My department has won national recognition for excellence.
That's it. At least that's what they told me at the site. Professor, did you? Why do you find this news so amusing?
Oh, Pamela. I always laugh when I am tickled pink, and believe me, we in the economics department are tickled pink to receive this national award. And yet, Pamela, in a larger sense, this award is given not merely to those of us in the admittedly imperfect science of economics, all educators everywhere who struggle daily to improve the lot of humanity.
Then you don't think your selection for this award is funny?
Recognition is a serious matter, Pamela. We here at Oleaginous State take all such matters very much to heart.
Then your uproarious laughter upon hearing the news?
Merely reveals that I am pleased as punch to have been selected by the
The American Institute of Excellence.
for this great award.
Oh, I see you're busy.
Do come in, Professor Brock. Pamela here has some great news that should brighten our future considerably.
The news I want to hear about our future concerns your recent negotiations with the dean. Regarding your attendance at a certain out-of-town conference this weekend,
The negotiations failed.
failed.
It would seem that, for purely professional reasons, my attendance is required.
Required.
It's for the future, which will look even better to you after Pamela tells you the good news. Meanwhile, I'm off to statistics class.
Oh, yes! The news I have will definitely brighten his future. Professor Digit has no future. They're obviously not leveling with me. I can't say they're alone. There's a whole new language in use today, reserved for the microphone. It features words not chosen for the wallop that they pack, but words no sooner spoken that can be taken back. I'm talking about deniability. You must have heard deniability, the new buzzword. Say only that which you can then deny. There's no better way to lie. It takes agility that's not consent for you to say that wasn't what I meant. Deniability's no make-believe. It's a dandy way to see. Say it is the clock can answer yes or no, and that's what we will need. Right now you answer yes and no, and end up in between. Deniability is number one. It's standard practice now in Washington. A better way to life will never be than to deniability. Oh, but the politicians didn't invent this, you know. It came from somewhere else. Us. Deniability. But honey, I didn't mean will you marry me. I meant, we should spend a lot of time together. Not exclusively, of course. Yes, but that warranty against rust through means rusting through your car. You've merely rusted through the fender. Before I sold the house to you, I said there was some dampness in the basement. The fact that it's up to your knees is I know I said I'd go to the prom with you, Harold, but I thought you were talking about next year. Don't employ straightforward talk. You'll give yourself away. Never tell them what you mean or mean what you say. Versatility to hold it all. Also gentility to sweat or talk. With this you'll reach the goal you set in you. Unless, like me, you happen to be caught with a passion for the sweet, all frank, all undeniable truth.
Very nice. A power suit does good things for you.
I had one of these on as soon as I got the gold watch and the pink slip.
You definitely look the part. Even I would believe you're the executive director of the American Institute of Excellence.
Hope I can believe it after the curtain goes up tomorrow.
You're the ideal person for the job.
I'm also the only person for the job. They don't know you over there.
Oh, I will be there, but as an interested alumna and potential building fund contributor, Let's hear a little of your speech.
Dean Dollop, honored faculty and friends of the college. It's always a pleasure for me, on behalf of the Institute, to give away money, especially when it's part of an award being presented to so worthy a recipient, the Economics Department of Oleander Estate.
That's enough. One paragraph and I'm nauseous.
You have to listen to the whole thing tomorrow.
I'll starve myself.
I'll be glad when it's over. This is a little out of my line, you know.
I'll be glad when it's over, too.
You think it won't work?
Oh, no, I'm afraid it will. That is, one half of me is very upset that petty jealousies play such a potent force in human nature.
And the other half?
It's shouting, whoopee!
Sounds like a 60-40 split to me.
Oh, I'm ready to go through with it all right. I'm far too interested to see how this turns out to back down now.
I'll be glad to get out of there alive.
Don't worry, I'll return the favor.
What favor?
You're helping me get out of there alive.
Having a whale of a time doing it.
You know, Howie, I've always had the college wrapped around me like a warm bathrobe. I've never been out in the cold, wheeling and dealing before.
You think you might like it?
I'm intrigued by it.
Goes for me, too. Never felt so flawed before. Never fought and clawed before. Never been a fraud before. What have I been missing? Never been a before. Or unwelcome guest
Speaker of the Student Senate, President of the Senior Class, and the Friends of the College. Today is a day when we turn momentarily from the hustle and bustle of our daily lives to focus our thoughts on what oleaginous state will be like 10, 20, 50 years from now. Indeed, it behooves us to leap ahead in time, for now is when we must prepare.
Kent, I'm standing here in today's number of ceremonies have begun to initiate the college's building fund drive. Dean Phyllis Emerson Dollop is addressing 1,500 or so academics, alumni, and townspeople to introduce Howard L. Stevenson, Executive Director of the American Institute of Excellence, who will be presenting the award to the college's economics department. I'll be standing by to bring you more on the oleaginous festivities as they develop. Meanwhile, back to you, Kent.
Kent.
Kent, but in a larger sense, is an honor shared by all educators everywhere who struggle daily to improve the lot of humanity. And here, to present this prestigious award is the Executive Director of the American Institute of Excellence, Howard L. Stevenson.
Great merciful heaven, he's forgotten his glasses. Bring it, Howie, bring
Dean Dollop and
honored faculty,
and the
friends of the college.
Friends of the college. Just being in this educational institution is teaching me something this very moment. Just being here is teaching me that it's one thing to talk about something, to even plan it and rehearse it, and quite another thing to pull it off. When I sat down to talk about what I was trying to do tonight, it seemed fairly simple. Every eventuality was considered, every factor was in place, except one. What I did not consider was who I would be at this moment. I did not consider that I would no longer be the glib conversationalist, the strategic planner, the carefully rehearsed performer. That I would, I did not foresee that, I didn't foresee that I would in fact be an infant naked before the world. That at the moment of my greatest test, I would have nothing to fall back on but my own vulnerability.
Perhaps that is what excellence is all about.
Perhaps that's what excellence is all about. Perhaps it's the willingness to face the test anyway, knowing that you'll be stripped of every advantage you think you have, and allowing your vulnerability, which you have in common with all of humanity, to be the spokesperson for your dignity.
Bravo.
Bravo.
Professor Larson Digit.
I'd now like to introduce Professor Larson Digit. Professor Digit, the American Institute of Excellence is proud to present to you and your colleagues in the Oleaginous Economics Department this award because you represent our country's highest aspirations of integrity.
Integrity?
And honesty.
Honesty?
And the foundation of all such principles, moral character.
Moral character? How dare you say a thing like that about him? Surely a demonstration of academic freedom, Pamela. Academic freedom? People of high academic achievement rarely think alike, so they occasionally often differ in opinion. Is that what I'm seeing right now? Differing opinions. Divergent might perhaps be a better word. Thank you, Dean. Professor Brown, are you offering a divergent opinion? No, I'm preparing a rebuttal. And Professor Digit, how would you describe the present turmoil?
Unbelievable.
How do you explain fighting with a man who's trying to give you a prestigious award, including substantial cash honorarium?
It just seemed like the right thing to do.
Mr. Stevenson, is wrestling with an award recipient a normal part of your presentation?
Nothing else in my presentation has been normal so far. I don't know why this should be any different.
I will symbolize the view to reduce this to such violence and turbulence and strife. And the buffers of you to put us through a trauma that will damage us for life. No longer obnoxious, uncultured, and crude. Dramatic of advanced deep rectitude. How uncivilized of you to go so far as to show us how uncivilized. Show us how uncivilized. Show us how uncivilized you are.
How uncivilized of you to ballyhoo your feelings out where everything's exposed. How insensitive of you in public view in exhibiting what should be undisclosed. Your boorish behavior compels me to shove and leaves me with no choice but to straighten you up. How uncivilized of you to go so far as to show me how uncivilized. Show me how uncivilized. Show me how uncivilized you are.
How civilized of you, how shameful too, renders this great occasion to a mess. How uncouth of you to behave as in a zoo, like some time pain, under stress. There are better approaches to settle this row, but for the life of me, I can't think of one now.
Wait a minute, Ken. The entire economics department is under attack by higher mathematics, inorganic chemistry, and any English novel.
How uncivilized of you.
Dr. Spingle of Contemporary Poetry is delivering a right cross to Professor Sarge of Double Entry Accounting.
How uncivilized of you.
An instructor March Punt of Medieval History is punching out the lights of Dr. Thorpe of Principles of Business Management.
How uncivilized of you.
keep you tired people cooped up where we belong.
It's all right now. It didn't work as we planned, but it worked. The point has been made. Look at me. I couldn't be more pleased.
I'm sorry, Kate. I guess catastrophic failure's not my idea of being useful. Better luck next time.
Howie, don't run away. It's unnecessary. It's unthinkable. It's uncivilized.
Your total disregard for proper decorum when representing the college to the public, your callous neglect of your responsibilities as a member of the teaching profession, and your dogged insistence on placing your priorities before those of this institution give me no choice but to consider you inappropriate as an only Agnes professor from this time forward.
I take it you're not completely satisfied with my performance.
You might say that if you were given to gross understatement.
Am I to understand that you're laying this whole thing, the mass faculty resignations, the interdepartmental warfare, the lawsuits, the new union problems at my feet?
You threw the first punch.
One spark doth not a tinderbox make. Unless already there doth be a tinderbox.
We have guidelines for behavior at this institution, Professor Frond. Until you led the charge, the troops were content to hold the fort.
Yes, but with the exception of that single lapse, I have been a model of the disciplined academician.
Not the way I hear it.
And how, Dean Dollop, do you hear it?
You haven't fully followed what the faculty feels is fit. You not the path prescribed for pleasing your peers a bit.
Alliteratively speaking, you're downright inspired.
Alliteratively speaking, you're fired.
Are you saying that my services are services?
And if you not the measure meaning of my text,
Alliteratively speaking, is that where I stand?
alliteratively speaking, you can.
But I keep trying and complying with undying loyalty.
Like lying, alibying, and of course defying me.
Is that what all this crying, versifying is about?
What all this is about is you're out.
After all the time and trouble that I've taken past it, alliteratively speaking, you won't extend my stay.
Alliteratively speaking, no way.
Then what can I
what the Weekly has to say. Professors riot at oleaginous. They got that right. Building fund endangered. Serves them right. Stevenson not available for comment, I'll say. Hasn't called me in nearly a week. Pretty much the same thing as the daily paper said last Saturday. Disgraceful debacle at college. Fine, fine. But where's the word I'm looking for? Here it is. Displaying behavior that can only be described as uncivilized. That's it. Lacking civilizing influences, they're becoming uncivilized. All that self-righteousness going up in the smoke of open resentment. What a delightful picture. What a satisfying picture. What a familiar picture. Yeah, familiar. I've been down this road before, but when? Let's see now. An individual is hurt by a pretentious institution and retaliates by exposing it as the all-too-human organization that it is. Well, what if I didn't call it oleaginous state? What if I called it Hadleyburg? That's it, the man who corrupted Hadleyburg. Howie, you crafty old snake! Putting your knowledge of Mark Twain to good use, using a Twain short story as a manual on how to corrupt. Very clever. You put one over on Professor Kate, the Twain authority in these parts. I think this calls for congratulations. I think this also calls for a call, right, Kate? A directory assistant, I'd like the number for Howard Stevenson in Elmira. Thank you. You have a Horace Stevenson. You have a Hewitt, a Harry, and a Harold. But no Howard. Okay. Give me the number of the Woodlawn Cemetery and the public library. Oh, I don't care if it is an extra charge. Today, the sky's the limit. Public library. I'd like to speak to Howard Stevenson. No, he works for you, reshelving books. Howard Stevenson. He doesn't work for you? No, Howard Stevenson. Okay. Better tell Howie to spend less time reading his way through the Twain show. They don't even know he's there. Woodlawn Cemetery. Would you connect me with Howard Stevenson, please? Howard Stevenson? Howard Stevenson, your caretaker. But you must have a Howard Stevenson there. I met him personally. You have no one working there by that name? You sure? You sure? Oh. No, thank you. I'm not quite ready to buy a plot. Tomorrow, maybe. Are they crazy? How can they not know their own caretaker? Or am I crazy? I mean, after all, how mentally competent can a person be who carries on conversations with a tombstone? Wait a minute. Who was the man who corrupted Hadleyburg? The man who corrupted Hadleyburg was Howard L. Stevenson. Howie Stevenson. What is this? Is this here, now, today, or living in a 19th century short story. Guilty is charged by my friend the Dean. And the winner is here now today. Says so right here in black and white. This really happened last Friday, April 12th. and what's so unreasonable about Howie anyway? I mean, who else but a retired gentleman who needs to feel useful would be even slightly interested in helping me prove my point about being civilized? Who else but another Twain fan would be motivated to try and restore Twain to his rightful place in the college curriculum? Except Twain himself. Except Twain himself. Oh, he'd have an axe to grind, all right. He'd gladly do his worst. He'd get taken back or even, whichever came first. Oh, he would have their hides, their pretensions he'd squash. He'd leave them with a brush and a fence to whitewash. And he'd be gone, as Howie is, leaving me to carry on, as Howie has. Oh, no. Mark wouldn't do this to me. Mark wouldn't use me to play a massive practical joke on people who would cast him aside. Of course he would. I've been had, Lee Bird. I've been had, Lee Bird. Nothing but a story on a poppy seed roll. Nothing but a story and I swallowed it whole. I've been had, Lee Bird. Nothing but a phantom. He seemed real to me. He seemed real, of course, because I needed him to be.
All those college people proud of national recognition were not about to think that he was just an apparition.
We've been hornswoggled, and like sheep ran out of the fold by a collared tail. Tom Sawyer ever told. We've been bamboozled, with a scam, better than most, featuring a warm and attractive ghost.
We've been thrown to the wolves, rocked on the fields, and made to play the clown. We've been happy birds right out of town.
Mark, every joke has a butt. So how's this for the butt of your little practical joke? But I loved him. Pretty funny, huh? I may die laughing. And him, Mark, was you, Mark, but I won't let this repeat. I'll never play your fool again, for I never, the twain, shall meet. I haven't even read my mail yet. I haven't been this upset since Eisenhower beat Stevens. Do I know someone in Syracuse?
Dear Kate,
From Howie.
I've been feeling a little ashamed of myself, so I thought I'd write to you.
If he just signed this Mark Twain, this letter might be worth something.
I felt so bad about the way I bollocks everything for us on our big night that I came over here to my sister's for a few weeks to recover.
Another one of your tall stories, eh, Mark?
I wanted so much for it to go well for you.
That's why you're here with me, helping me clean up the mess.
So in trying to make up for it, I've managed to open up a job opportunity for you.
Can't wait to hear what you've come up with this time.
A friend of mine is a big wig in a labor relations consulting firm, and I've got him real interested in talking to you.
Labor relations, right up my alley.
He's interested in you because there Their biggest area of labor unrest isn't industry anymore, it's education.
Mark, you're not stupid to making sense.
So he's looking for former educators to act as consultants.
You are stooping to make sense.
He thinks that with a little guidance from them, you might be able to bring in a big new account.
A big new account?
Oleaginous state.
For a moment there, I thought you were making sense.
I think it's a long shot, Kate, but I can't get out of my head the looks on their faces when you walk into that college and tell those bureaucrats how to settle their problems.
There it is.
That alone would be worth the effort.
The inevitable hook. And you think I'm going to bite this time?
I leave it to you, Kate. It's the only way I can think to help.
And you think I'm going to believe you enough to call this stranger and ask for a job and go through all the training and have the company set up an appointment for me to present my labor relations plan for the college just so I can see the look on their face when I walk in?
Go for it, Kate.
I wouldn't miss it for the world.
I heard you, Pamela. I need to ask you a question.
You might as well face it, Pamela. You are never going to stumble into another story around here as juicy as April 12th.
I'm just doing a follow-up now.
All right, make it fast.
I've noticed that Professor Digit doesn't come over here as frequently as he did before. Is this an indication that the building fund drive for the new Hall of Economics has stalled?
The drive has not stalled, as you so charitably put it, Pamela. The drive got off to a shaky start, thanks to one of our less stable professors who has since been discharged. As far as Professor Digit's attendance at staff meetings here at the deanery, I'd have to check the minutes.
I can save you the time. Up to 2 weeks ago, Professor Digit came here 2 or 3 times a day. During the last 2 weeks, he's been here once.
You have either an excellent memory or an excellent imagination.
I have both, Dean Dollop, and both are being stirred into play by this interview.
Which I regret to say is at an end.
Dean Dollop, I have got to see you about something right now.
I was just leaving, Professor Digit, a process you can hasten by answering one question.
All right, let's have it.
I'll just take this opportunity to freshen up.
Is it true, Professor, that the college has lost 3 members of the history faculty in the last week?
4. The Middle Ages left this morning.
And is it true that the Fine Arts faculty has lost its drama coach, post-impressionist painting, and the opera after Glick?
We've also lost 2 of the chemistry, 1 of the pharmaceutical, and 3 of the physical education faculties.
Does the college have any plan worked out to solve this problem?
I'm presenting one to the dean on that very subject this morning.
What sort of plan?
I will show her how she can hire 1 professor and get a 3-to-1 payoff on her investment.
In the field of romance languages, perhaps?
You must be psychic, Pamela.
May I assume you've been having discussions to persuade romance languages to return?
I made 1 or 2 overtures, yes.
Why, you've made 1 or 2 overtures a day for the past 2 weeks from what I've seen.
Out in her ear, and still she's got it.
Well, you know, Pam, some people take more convincing than others.
She can have him. Those 2 reptiles deserve one another.
I suppose I better leave you two to your staff meeting. Thanks to both of you. Don't bother to see me out. I know the way. I have got to get out of this business. My best interviews always start just after I leave.
Well,
Well, what?
I've believe you said you had to see me about something right now.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes, I do.
You haven't had to see me about something right now for quite a while.
Well, until now, I wasn't aware of the extent of the problem. Dean Doll, we're losing our faculties. And it is not a dread that reassures.
I haven't noticed it in my case, but I have been aware of it in yours.
I haven't lost any faculty.
Oh no?
I'm running at 100%.
That is a matter of opinion. To some you seem about to hold your tent.
I occupy 10 pages in our catalog. My department has grown to number 1.
Don't look now what you're about to grow to 9th or 10th before you're done. We're losing our faculties, haven't you heard? And yours is no exception to the rule. Your department can go where your behavior's been out of school.
Phyllis! Phyllis! What kind of talk is this between friends?
I suppose you have another line of conversation in mind that would be more appropriate.
Oh, I do.
Let me see if I can guess what it is. You want to help me with some of my present difficulties.
What wouldn't I do for you?
Never mind that the country's largest consulting firm is coming next week to present a plan of action to me.
Consulting firm?
No. You want to help me restore academic stability to our curriculum single-handedly.
Any way I can.
By reversing the trend caused by our mass resignation.
I was thinking along those very lines.
Showing me how, with one stroke, I can fill 3 of the gaps in our catalog.
Keeping one eye on the bottom line at all times.
And all I have to do to accomplish all this
Nothing could be simpler.
is to rehire your dippy little chippy Emily Frond.
Dippy little chippy?
Who are on the thinnest possible ice yourself, think that there is the remotest chance that I would conceivably put that enterprising tart back on the payroll. Losing your faculties.
Oh, wait a minute.
Let me say exactly what I mean. I'm cutting back the size of your department. Oh, you can chalk it up to your deportment. Your dementor's course is now geology. Your sleep planning psychology. Your cost control is now geometry. Your stock options optometry. And your brand new hall of economics. Yes, hideaway.
I think we're about to learn the answer to that.
Hi! I'm Lisa, a hostess. Will they be 2 for dinner?
That's us.
Your waiter tonight will be Raymond. Raymond!
What'll it be?
Do you have a menu?
No, but we'd be happy to run it down for you.
Everything is thick in the tailgate. You'll never see us put on the brakes. Everything is thick in the tailgate. Some mistakes.
We got a single burger, double burger, triple burger too. If you want a quadruple, we'll fry it up for you.
Going up there, got a half pounder now. And if you're really hungry, there's a special half cow. Everything is wrong with the tailgate. Stronger than anybody thinks. Everything is wrong with the tailgate. Except the drinks.
and drinks would be a better name.
Half and half fries, crisp to a fault.
Half and half fries.
Half fries, half salt.
Everything is salty in the tailgate.
There are salt shakers everywhere you want.
Everything is salty in the tailgate. Maybe you're inclined to six-packing. Six-packing. Six-packing chili, six-packing beef, six-packing burger or a fish sardine.
Six-packing T-bone, six-packing pork, six-packing corned beef like in New York.
One order of chili with a case of beer.
Oh no, we don't want any rowdies in here.
No one's ever rowdy at the tailgate. No one gets a yow or yell yow. No one's ever rowdy at the tailgate.
I'm driving, discretion is my time. I'll set up with the coffee with a fork on the side.
Specialty deep fried fat. Just deep fried fat.
Everything is safe at the tailgate. Served right here on the go. Everything is safe at the
This is atmosphere.
What did you want to see me about?
I'm ready to spill the beans.
Spill the beans.
Let the cat out of the bag.
The cat.
Listen, you've been snooping around the college for weeks now trying to nail something juicy. Well, you want a story? I'll give you a story. I'm mad enough to expose everyone, even if it means myself.
You're sure I'm old enough for this? I want you to be put away for corrupting the morals of a minor.
Look, you want to build something in the college game today, you've got to play politics. You know what I mean?
So you played the game.
I played for all the marbles by playing up to the big boss.
Which I assume had its most intense phases at out-of-town conferences.
Right. It was beginning to pay off. My department was beginning to get favored nation treatment. I was on my way.
Sounds foolproof.
When suddenly the big boss decides she doesn't want to share me with my girlfriend.
Imagine!
And to make matters worse, my girlfriend, who knows full well why things are going my way, suddenly decides she doesn't want to share me with the big boss.
The ingrate.
And that's when I made my big mistake.
I was wondering when that was coming.
I tried to please both of them, and I ended up with neither of them.
How shallow people are sometimes.
How's that for a story?
How's what?
That!
That's it?
I want you to put every single word of it on the tube.
I couldn't put one single word of it on the tube.
Too hot to handle, huh?
No, too tepid.
Tepid?
Oh, it's a sad tale of hers and his. But all that you are describing is your average, everyday diamond dozen break and file. Run-of-the-mill hanky-panky. It seems unique when it happens to you. But it is like all the others do. In your average, everyday diamond dozen break and file. Run-of-the-mill hanky-panky. I know how you must feel. I know how you must hurt. I know how desperately you want to rub some noses in the dirt. I also know when the news is hot, and I am sorry to say it's not. When it's your average, everyday diamond dozen rank and file. Run-of-the-mill hanky-panky. You've simply got too much competition.
Competition?
It's not just hanky-panky today, it's who's doing it. You've got to get in line behind presidential candidates, politicians, billionaires, rock musicians, world leaders, leading thinkers, baseball pitchers, football flankers, film producers, movie stars, people who go to cheaters' bars, doctors, lawyers, televangelists, some Bostonians, all Los Angeles. They're all ahead of you and telling us their worst. If you want TV's confessional, you have to get there first. You'd like to grind someone to dust, but I can't help you when it's just your standard routine, typical case of an exceptionally commonplace, stereotypical, trite, and tired, pedestrian, humble, uninspired. You're average, everyday diamond dozen rank and file. Run of the Larson, you let me do the talking today. It is essential that we be very careful of what we tell this consulting team. We don't want our dirty laundry hanging out for all the world to see.
From what I hear, it's not that easy to get all the world to look.
Well, you just leave it to me. I want to get the maximum help from these people with the least embarrassment.
Well, then how would they get at the real problems?
Any solutions they come up with will have to be quick fixes anyway, in place by next fall when our state legislators are up for re-election.
I believe our quick fixes are here.
Good morning, Dean. Hello, Allison.
Kate! Kate, oh, how wonderful to see you. You look great. Tell me, what brings you back to the old school? Get her out of here. We can't have her around when the consultants arrive. She knows too much.
What do you want me to do with her?
Do what you do best. Womanize her.
Hey.
Returning the piece of college property, Kate?
Oh, no, this easel belongs to McMurks and Associates.
McMurkson. How interesting. They're the consulting people, aren't they? Larson and I were just talking about them, weren't we, Larson?
It just popped up in the conversation.
So how do you happen to have a McMurkson easel?
I work for them now.
Oh, you got yourself a little job.
The retirement home for former American lit professors was full.
Well, good for you, Kate.
Say, you're not setting up for the consulting team that's about to arrive in here, are you?
Larson,
No,
you're not.
I am the consulting team. Shall we begin? Now, what I propose to do this morning is present a three-step plan to get the college back in a positive mode. And in order to do that...
Kate, this is most irregular.
Irregular, Dean?
Yes, you must know that you are inappropriate for this task.
Inappropriate, Dean?
Inappropriate.
Then you will be most interested, Dean, to know that step one of the rejuvenation plan for oleaginous state is the elimination of the word inappropriate.
Your suggestion is in itself
Inappropriate, Dean?
invalid, Kate.
I think I'm inhumane myself. You're taking the scepter right out of the Queen's hand.
Who are you calling a queen?
You're the crown prince.
You little weasel! You can't even run a stinking little economics department. Where do you get off criticizing how I run a college?
Oh, come on, Lou. It's just a joke, you know. Humor.
When I get through with you, you're going to be extremely humorous.
Shall we move on to step two of the rejuvenation plan? Step two suggests that we eliminate violence in all negotiations. Shall we sit down? That's better.
I think I would have to agree with that.
Shall we move on to step three? Now, step three suggests that we go beyond the trappings of civilization and become civilized.
Become civilized?
Become civilized.
Kate, are you about to suggest that we do this through the reinstatement of American literature to our curriculum?
I should say not. Not when it failed to come to your rescue when you needed it.
When
April 12th should never have happened.
You can say that again.
It was all a scam.
Wait a minute. What do you mean, scam?
There is no American Institute of Excellence. It's a fiction. The award was a product of creative imagination.
Are you telling us it was all a fake?
Patterned exactly after Mark Twain's The Man Who Corrupted Hadleyburg.
You mean we were duped?
Unnecessarily.
Unnecessarily?
Designed by the great granddaddy of them all. You've been flim flam, with some focus wording on a fake silver cup. We fed you a turkey and you gobbled it up.
You have been hung up to dry by standing our good winker, and you oblige by going home.
stand there and tell us you've made fools of us?
With a great deal of help from Mark Twain.
Don't you feel ashamed pulling something like this on two of your old associates?
I was making a point. I was making a point about being civilized.
Well, I'd like to make a point with you that may seem a trifle uncivilized.
Exactly what I was thinking. Kate, I think you stepped a little over the line.
Kate, every word, every gesture, every nuance of your presentation today has been inappropriate. And I'm about to do something right now that you may feel is also inappropriate.
And I, for one, would like to get started eliminating violence around here. I'm going to punch its lights out wherever I find it, beginning in this room.
Get your hands off her.
Come on, break it up. You two ought to be ashamed of yourselves.
Didn't I go a few rounds with you last April 12th?
Back for another practical joke, Howie.
I was worried about you. I thought something like this would happen. Now sit down.
But just sitting.
I'll stand. I'm a little sore from getting burned last time around.
All right, you two. I didn't come back just to pick up the fighting where we left off. I came to make a deal with you.
A deal?
A deal. You rehire Kate, and the American Institute of Excellence will reinstate the award.
Howie.
So how about it?
Howie.
Don't worry about the honorariums. I've cashed in my savings bonds.
Howie, I told him the truth.
I don't care what it costs. I want you to have the job. The truth.
The whole truth.
Kate, you blew the deal.
I wouldn't want my job back under those circumstances. It defeats the point I was making about being civilized.
Well, you've defeated. The only way I know that I can help you.
Help me? Surely, after all you put me through, you don't expect me to believe you were trying to help me.
That's exactly what I'm trying to do.
That's incredible. Dean Larson, do you know who this man is?
Up to about 5 minutes ago, he was Howard Stevenson.
No, I mean who he really is.
That over-the-hill samurai wrestler?
No, this man, formerly known as Howard L. Stevenson, is in reality...
Ah, no.
Mark, don't do this. Don't do this to me. If you disappear forever, I'll never speak to you again. Here, let me take your coat.
I'll keep it on, Kate. I just wanted to show you these.
And though we would surely be pleased to have someone with your academic credentials join our faculty, I regret to... Yes, I'm familiar with the wording.
There are 10 of them.
If you want a real literary treat, you should read mine someday.
I've got 6 more letters of application stamped and ready to go at home, and I just can't bring myself to mail them.
Emily, you just might not be crazy about rejection.
No, that's not it. I'm not sure I want to go on teaching foreign languages.
Why not?
I'm having trouble seeing the point of teaching a second language when my students don't know enough about their first.
This also has a familiar ring to it.
I don't see how I can expect them to speak a foreign tongue until they can speak English. Do you think I'm crazy?
Well, if you are, there are a lot of us inmates in the same ward.
Thanks for that, Kate. I've been thinking I'm being disloyal to my calling.
I don't see why callings can't adapt to the times.
Callings that adapt? Interesting thought.
Why not think about it here over dinner? I'm trying out a new ziti recipe.
Thank you, but I've got to get home before my roommate mails those other 6 letters for me. I'll talk to you soon.
Yes, I want to know what to decide. Groceries, you're next.
Hello?
I couldn't turn down the ziti, huh?
Excuse me, Professor Kincaid.
Oh, I thought you were the person who just left. Come in, Pamela.
I'd like to talk to you for a moment, if I may.
More in-depth material on the miserable state of our colleges?
No, I have more than enough for my report. This time I'd like to talk about me.
Oh, there's a lot of that going around today, too.
I want you to teach me to read.
But you already know how to read.
No, I don't.
But don't you have to read teleprompters, cue cards, that sort of thing?
I'm a good talker, so I get by without them. It saves the station money, so everybody's happy. Except me. I can't read.
I have no idea.
Will you teach me to read? I can afford to pay for lessons.
You are serious.
Very.
Well, I'll be glad to do what I can. I've helped some of my students in the past.
Could we start on Monday? I don't go to work until 1 p.m.
How about Monday at 10?
I'll probably be early. I have a right to know what's written on a page, even if I learn at this unusual age. I printed long enough, not noticing my need to learn to read. I have a right to know that while I'm on this earth, I'm doing something with my life that brings a sense of worth. I've made a contribution, personal and clear, while I was here. I have a right to feel I've done the best I can with what I have in what I do. And when I stop and look back and take what rest I can, I'd like to enjoy the view.
I have a right to know the workings of my mind, just where I clearly see and where I'm clearly blind. For instance, when I think I see the light with Mark, I'm in the dark.
I have a right to know I can be who I am, whether I am Catherine, Emily, or Pam. The knowledge that I need to improve my status quo. I have a right to know. I have a right to see my labors bearing fruit. For what I've done and what I've earned, and all the hassles and annoyances unroot be worth it as far as I'm concerned.
I have a right to think the non-conforming thought.
I have a right to try to win the fights I've fought. I have a right to hope the light work that I sought won't come to naught. I have a right to know I can be who I am, whether I am Catherine, Emily, or Pam.
I think I found a way to improve our status quo.
How?
Emily, you and I are going into the remedial reading business. We've got our first customer. apologize. I thought I knew you inside and out, but you fooled me again. I mean, you must have been trying to help me yesterday at the presentation. A practical joke you never would have botched like that. So, I appreciate your efforts in my behalf, and I want you to know I'm back in your corner now. Of course, I must say, it's a different corner. I'm a remedial reading teacher now, and as soon as I get them to run, spot, run, I shoot them into Tom Sawyer. No more ivory tower, but the most rewarding church basement you ever saw. And between the two of us, Mark, we're gonna make this world a little more civilized.
Hi. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to startle you.
You've been startling me for the better part of a lifetime, so why should you stop now?
I just never seem to get it right when I try to help you.
You've done everything right as far as I'm concerned.
Including startling you?
Some people are more into being startled than others.
Well, there's one thing I haven't done right. I haven't been completely honest with you.
No kidding.
I haven't admitted to you that my name is not really Howard L. Stevenson.
That's not necessary.
It's Barrington Beige.
Oh, come on.
My friends call me Buff. And you're also well aware.
Are you trying to get me to take back my apology?
You were about to expose me at the presentation of the college.
I wouldn't call it exposing you.
Anyone who's about to announce in public that your real name is Buff Beige is exposing you.
That was hardly the real name I had in mind.
Buff Beige is but a colorless name. Dully it clunks on the ear. And when it's yours and you're meeting someone, you say it and you disappear. Buff Beige is even a bore in some upholstery store. Buff Beige, so flat and forlorn, so vapid and character free. It's a name that shouldn't be borne by a roustabout ruin like me.
Puff Beige, what a fictional name, straight out of one of your tales. This whole thing is fishy enough that I want to scrape off the scales. And while my hands are still in the smell, I'll do some belaying as well. Buff Beige is fatuous fluff, too witless to ever ring true. It's not ruthless enough for a black-hearted villain like you.
That's exactly why I picked Howard L. Stevenson. What better name for a black-hearted villain than that of the man who corrupted Hadleyburg?
You're not going to let go of this, are you?
Certainly not. From now on to the entire world, I'm Howie Stevenson. Except where I need my social security card for identification, like the cemetery. Some places ask for those things, you know. Can't get a job without them.
The cemetery knows you as Buff Beige?
Barrington Beige. With cemeteries, one has to preserve a certain level of formality.
And are you Barrington Beige to the phone company?
And to the library. But that's it. To the rest of the world.
Howie, forgive me if I can't call you Buff. Howie, I need to ask you a very serious question.
More serious than who I am?
Howie, I need to know who you aren't. Desperately.
Listen, I'm not a lot of people like Robert Redford. See, the nose is different.
Howie, I'm very serious. I must know that you're not...
Prince Charles, oh, never. I was cheated out of my title. The nurse might switch my knees.
Howie, listen to me. What would you say if I told you I'm beginning to entertain the idea that Mark Twain was not a major literary figure, but simply a talented journalist who was locked into his own time?
I've thought that a few times myself. Uh-oh, did I say something wrong?
No, Howie, you didn't. You never said anything righter in your life.
All I said was that maybe Twain wasn't a major literary figure.
If you were who I was afraid you were, you couldn't have begun to say that.
Who are you afraid I was?
Then you are Buff Beige.
You have to say it so loud.
Buff